We were dreaming on tired feet, running through thick grey clouds of ancient fog, emerging from nightmares and the tasting of wine gone sour. My brother and I, we were looking for you. See, journeys are like lives. They never seem to end, and then all too sudden they come to a halt, whether they're fulfilled or left without harbour, just lost on pathways and looking for light. Over mountains and streams, through valleys of mysteries we stumbled without word, or thought for the dawn of any cold sun that would dare to rise without you. And we searched this world for your face. How long we searched I could never know. I do not remember the cold nights lying in darkness with tears in my eyes. I do not remember because I'm not brave enough to dare. But you were always there in the mist, ethereal and ghostly, always beckoning me as you always have, with your angel smile and that heart so full of promise that no man could read. But you were the only water that ever quenched my thirst. I barely remember those days so dry, so hot, cold and endless. Every sunset, every sunrise, the twilights and the mornings, my brother scowling as he scanned the horizon, looking for reasons to keep moving forward. We killed men there on that road, men who would dare to say they knew you, men who smiled their last sad smiles as they talked about your kiss. We killed them, and we left them where they lay, their lives undone by the softness of your touch. My hands were wearied of the sword, wearied of the bow, wearied of the dusty feet I walked on, and fearful of this journey's end, wherever that may be. My brother sang. He sang whenever he thought I was asleep. In the darkness of midnight, neath the canopies of trees, he did not know that I listened with such a heavy heart. A heart that hears no one, holds no one but you. In Emerald Forest we found our food, creatures wild and wandering from home, they and we meeting on deadly grounds that led to extinction and gave us strength to fight for another day. In this strange noon darkness we found the place of shadows that linger in the shadows of time, haunted things that have no recognition that we were men, but only other shadows just to be passed. Sometimes we will wonder if you had crossed their paths. Feminine forms often caught our eyes from time to time, but only for a moment, for we had no time to waste on borrowed lips, even when they smiled with tastes of honey, even when they reminded us of faded days of home with evening fire and smell of bread, soft pillows and warm blankets, and nights beneath the stars in arms of love, those arms that I needed to welcome me again. My brother is hard, a hard man, at least to me. Older, wise, with quiet eyes and quieter mouth. He never shared his thoughts, nor did he complain about the journey. The plan was made, the quest was given, and off we set, looking for that wayward woman who chose to run, who brought dishonour upon our family name, who took my heart and carried it as she ran. Through thunderstorms we walked in rain, sunlit days as gold as glory, the nights as black as windows down in hell, trudging onward toward the great unknown and fighting with sick despair within our souls. We came upon a village fair, children running and sounds of laughter echoing through the streets. Out of the fog, houses appeared. Tall sunflowers and barking dogs, the smell of cooking and sparkling skies. And there, upon the wind, we smelled your fragrance. My heart, a racing foolish thing, leapt in hope. I searched the way for sight of you, even as the bitter fury filled my face. My brother's eyes, unreadable and hooded, stared back at me. He nodded once, then hurried through the morning, through the trees with a dagger in his hand, toward the sound of laughter that would fade away like dreams. my courage failing. And hesitation slowed me, each step 100,000 deaths, each heartbeat 40 more. I walked as though a dead man, trudging through my brother's dust. What would I find? I didn't know. What I would do, I could not foresee, for I had never thought further than your face, my only treasure shining once again upon this world. That treasure that you had taken back as you forsook your vow to me. As I walked on, I saw a man lying dying by a garden gate, his blood a crimson pool mixed with regret, his mouth open, stunned in disbelief, his hand empty, reaching out for a hand he thought was his. How many men have reached for you, I wonder? How many dead and dying for the wanting of your love? I cannot think of that now. Not now that you are so near to me. Like a wounded animal, I crashed through the door, with raging mad desire in my eyes, and the dreams of all the old days came flooding back to me. Your sweet voice, beguiling and pleading for mercy, and your eyes catch my own as I stop, as though I'm in a trance. Over your shoulder, my brother's arms gather around you. My brother, your husband, with his arms of hard steel. The journey ends. Finding you now, I am tethered to shadows, like the ones encountered on the road to your door. All I can think about is your mouth upon mine, about kissing your face. But my brother smiles, perhaps for the first time in my living memory, and he whispers into your ear, "Never leave me." As you tear your eyes from mine, and you laugh and shake back your hair, you whisper back at him, "Never again, my love." How can you promise? How can that wild heart of yours give any kind of promise? A wild heart such as yours can belong to no man. But I cannot look away. I cannot breathe. Your eyes hold me so tight as he gathers you closer and closer. Your lips sweet as wine, teased with a smile like the sun. As I wonder how I could ever think my brother so wise. But I still believe that there's a way, beyond the mists, beyond the dust of yesterday. I still believe there's a chance for me and you. My brother's wife, locked in his arms, until the dagger finds its mark and the sun goes dark forever. Returning home, I do not dream, I do not sleep, I do not speak. No wine can ease my pain or mend my soul. I eat no food, and nor does my brother offer it. And when we reach that place of shadows, he does not notice when I fall behind. No longer a man. No longer a man. In the ruins of everything that I was, everything that I have surrendered. Perhaps I'll find you there.